Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do a good old-fashioned sit-down makeup haul. This is still one of my favorite videos to film. I just haven't done like a good long-form YouTube of one in a while, and I feel like I've got a good mix of products. I did a little bit from Sephora, some from Bloomingdale's Beauty, and then I also put in an order at Revolve Beauty, but that didn't make it in time for this haul, but still super exciting. I feel like we all get excited when we see the Sephora box on the doorstep. So when this came today, I was like, I really want to show you guys some of these products because I know you're going to be just as excited about them as I am. A few new launches and just some products that I've had my eye on for quite some time and decided I want to get them and test them and see what they're all about. So let's get started. I feel like we can start off first with the Bloomingdale's Beauty products because I just picked up two little numbers from Chanel. So both of these I've never tried before. However, I have used this formula from Chanel. This is the Chanel blush. And what I really like about this formula specifically is this is Chanel's cream to powder formula. I have one other shade from this line and it is by far my favorite blush formula that I've tried from Chanel. It has more of a gel-like texture, but it's slightly more velvety than your MAC Glow Play blushes, which is comparable but still not the same. They are just so gorgeous the way they melt onto the cheeks. I love that you always get your little velvet keeper. So this one is in Granate Profound, a shade that my friend on TikTok had tagged me on because she was like, oh, you need this. And I was like, yeah, I do. It's a sunburn blush. I'm trying to see if there's a number for you. I'll put it in the description box so you guys can see the exact shade, but this is absolutely beautiful. It's just this gorgeous deep crimson berry, and the formula of these, I really can't get over how luxurious this formula is. I almost don't even want to touch it. It's just so beautiful. It looks like liquid velvet in the pan, and this I feel like is going to be such an exceptional sunburn shade, but I also like wearing these in the winter time as well because you're able to fake a suntan with these. They just, wait, if we could get this to focus. You're able to add that extra heat to the cheek and they really just melt down to the cheek. That's absolutely stunning. And you know, this is the type of shade that I like to put kind of like all over the face, like on the forehead, the nose, like add a little bit of that heat from the cheeks. I feel like it's difficult to find shades that actually kind of like replicate this as much, and I just can't wait to get this on my face. This is stunning. So the other one that I have that I really like, which is a little bit more on the tame side, would be the rose one, and that one has like a little bit more of a gold pearl to it. It's beautiful and it's very soft and feminine. It's not quite as intense as this one, but you guys, this is gonna be like one of the best sunburn blushes. I already feel it. I just know this is gonna be so pretty. I am such a Chanel Beauty girly. Ever since I started trying Chanel Beauty, I've just been so in love with it. And in my experience and the products that I purchased from Chanel, very few duds. Like, of course there are things that I think are like not really worth it, like the brow pencils or, you know, little things that I've tried here and there that I'm like, that's not really worth the splurge. You could get just as good at Sephora or at the drugstore, but most of it, especially like Chanel Complexion, I think is just so lovely. So this is actually from the #1 line from Chanel, Pink Skin Enhancer. So there's 3 shades of this. There's an intense amber, the pink one, and then a bronze one as well. I wanted to get intense amber, but from what it looked like, it was like, I don't know how we would use that. I'm telling you though, if I fall in love with this, maybe the intense amber one will be the one that we get, but this is a illuminator with the red camellia serum in it. That's they also have cream blushes from this line that I really like that come in a pot, and they're beautiful. I have 2 of the blushes from this line that I'm absolutely obsessed with, and this is almost just like a pink pearly highlighter. Stunning. So it's not quite as full on as your typical liquid highlight. It's actually, I would say it's actually a bit milkier. Now I'm kind of wishing I did get intense amber. I feel like this one is going to be more of a almost like highlight on my skin, and then intense amber might have been more of like a complexion enhancer. I've just blended it out so you can see it a little bit more. If you are a similar skin tone to me and you've used the Chanel skin enhancers, I want to know if you like the intense amber or if you've even tried the deeper one, the bronze one. Let me know how you like to use this. I think what I'm going to try doing is using it as an illuminating base, and I'm gonna try mixing it into the makeup, and then I also wanna try it on top of the makeup because that's really what wins me over with an illuminator. Like, it's gotta be able to be used all 3 ways, no pilling, no makeup separation, and I also don't want it to actually like change the finish of my makeup either. So, but I also think this could be really pretty on the high points of the face. I've also come around, I know it's crazy, but I've also come around to kind of liking a pinkier highlight. Typically I found them to be too icy, but most highlights that lean pink look really icy on my skin tone. If I can get this like gorgeous, soft, warm, peachy pink, it actually does a lot for a more like medium complexion. It adds like a little bit more of a flush to the actual highlight. So very excited to give this go. The Mary Phillips makeup line. I'm so excited. I got this actually came separate from this main order, and it came last night, like late at night, and I couldn't resist. I had to open this. So this is the Underpainting Face Palette. I got this one in the shade Medium. I did dip into it just a touch. I just wanted to see what the pigmentation was looking like, but we will actually put it onto the face together for the first time. And these are all creams for underpainting. I've done a tutorial on the Mary Phillips underpainting technique before. Okay, they do feel lovely. So we obviously have all the shades lightest to darkest. So the way this palette is set up is you have your color corrector, your highlight 1, highlight 2, contour 1, and contour 2. So again, this is the Mary Phillips medium palette. Okay, and then also very exciting, I did pick up her underpainting brush because I feel like this is going to actually serve a purpose when we try to use the products the way they're intended to be. She has one other brush. However, I did not purchase the other brush, and let me show you why. Because the other brush reminded me and looked so similar to this one, I didn't think I was going to need it. This is the cheek color brush from Laura Mercier. The other one from Mary Phillips, it looked like I can achieve the same thing with that brush. So this dual-ended brush you have, so that's what that one looks like, really nice and soft. And then on the other side we have like a little contour, really tiny, precise, but also flat from the side. You guys see that? It's almost flat like a paddle brush on one end, so very into that. I think it's gonna be fun to like try Mary's underpainting technique with her actual products. And then I did pick up 2 of the overliner lip pencils. So this one is the shade Sizzle, which is apparently Mary's favorite. Okay, so there's a Sizzle right there. So these are called the overliner lip pencils. And then the other shade I got is the overliner lip pencil in the shade Skinny Dip. This one looks like a little bit more of a nude. Okay, so we've got Skinny Dip on the bottom and then Sizzle on the top. Both look really pretty. Very into this, and I feel like it would be fun to do that together, like try her technique while using the products. She did have another lip product as well. It's called the Lip Siggy, but on both her website and on Sephora's website, it was completely out of stock. I don't think it's released yet, but at the time of me filming this video right now, it's still not on Sephora on her website. So we'll come back around to that. I'm thinking those are actually going to be really, really similar to one of my favorite lipsticks, the Gucci Glow and Care, which are, I think, like double the price, but hers are like half the price, and they look like they're gonna be very similar products. And the Gucci Glow and Care lipsticks, I absolutely love them, but even I'm like, is this worth it? Because if you guys have used the Gucci lipsticks, they are very pricey. Oh, you guys, this brand, I've had my eye on these products for months now. This is Farah Homidi. I got 2 products from the line. If we like them, we're gonna get more. But this brand, obviously, like I'm gonna show you now, really beautiful componentry. I mean, componentry that's just going to totally take your breath away. They're just these gorgeous, like almost sculptural looking compacts. And then the textures of her actual products, they look very velvety, and she puts such a huge emphasis on makeup artistry in the terms of like keeping skin looking like skin, having things be, you know, natural to the characteristics of your face. And I was just so intrigued by this brand, and especially her bronzer, because as you guys know, I feel like we've been talking about this for quite some time now, but let me get these tabs off and then we'll actually, no, we need to say this now or I'm gonna forget what my point is. So you guys know this bronzer right here, let me grab it. This one, this is my favorite. This is the discontinued NARS Samoa. It goes with me everywhere. It was tried and true. She's traveled, like she's gone to a lot of different states, a lot of different hotels, and she's been broken down, and I fixed it. Now, this is a discontinued shade from NARS. Previously, before Samoa, I, for so many years, was loyal to NARS Casino. NARS had Casino and then Samoa, which I liked even more than Casino, to be quite honest. But there is something about the undertone of those two bronzers that I've been really chasing after, and I feel like even with the Lagunas, I'm still not getting the same undertone. And when I actually swatched the NARS bronzer, aside from some of my other favorites, and I'm like, why do I like this one so much better? Like, what is it about it? A, it's the finish. NARS says that that's a matte bronzer, but it's not. It's more of a luminous matte. There is a very noticeable but subtle soft sheen and pearlescence to the finish of the product, so it's actually not completely matte. And then the actual undertone of the bronzer itself, there is a subtle tawny pink to it. It's not going to be where you swatch it next to your other bronzers and you see like, oh, this one looks very pink. It's subtle, but when it's on the skin, especially if I put Samoa, because I'm like diving deep trying to find a dupe for Samoa or something that is not discontinued. But when I put like Samoa on one side of my face and another bronzer that I think is similar to it, because they could be swatched, but then on the face it's not pulling that, the pinkness in the undertone of Samoa really replicates the suntan. It's not too red. I do love a good red bronzer as well, but there's a soft, subtle, blushy pink to that my skin tone pulls out, and I think that's why it's so complementary to my skin tone, and I just can't find anything like it. And Laguna is more gold, which I like, but it's not quite right. So this is the Farah Homidi Essential Bronzer Compacts, and I went deep looking for the right shade. This one is in the shade Roma, and she calls this a Lumi Matte Soft Suede. So this is actually a formula that I was watching some videos where she was speaking about the product and how it's a, you know, formula that's no one else has and it's really unique. Just beautiful. You can buy a refill as well. So you save the compact and then refill it. It's really, really pretty. And I feel like hopefully you guys can see it's like picking up just slightly that there is a little bit of pearl to it. And wow, yeah, it feels like butter. Okay, so this is Roma. The other shade that I was thinking, if this formula is good, Lumen could maybe be, oh no, I think it might be. Okay, there's Roma. Maybe I could have even gone slightly darker. Beautiful though, and there's like that little, it's looking pinky. So let's do Samoa right next to it. Okay, tone is slightly different, but I feel like we're getting somewhere, and this is actually the closest shade that I found so far. I will say the Farah Homidi feels more buttery and almost like a cream, but it's not a cream. It's a really, it's very interesting, very, very interesting feeling. And then the other product I got is her Essential Face Compact. Now this I think is really cool because it's kind of supposed to be like a concealer slash foundation product, and then you have this like creamy balm to add a skin-like sheen. There's the foundation shade swatch, and I feel like yes. Okay, and then you have the little highlighting balm that kind of melts down. Ooh, that is nice. And that is gonna add sheen to the skin. And I was really intrigued by this product specifically because when she's using the skin side of the product, it has this really soft, velvety finish to the skin where it's not matte, but it still looks really touchable, but not dewy at the same time. Like it just mimicked the skin's texture in a really beautiful way. And I can say when you're touching it, like it feels almost like an oil pastel, like a emollient oil pastel. She also demonstrated how you can use the concealer foundation product mixed with the Shine Balm to create a dewier look if you like dewy finishes. So I feel like it's cool to have something a little bit more customizable, and I've just been so intrigued by this brand. So if you've used anything from Farah Homidi, I'm also very interested in the lip pencils, but I feel like you guys know me, I'm just like lip liner crazy, and I tend to go overboard with the lip pencils, but her lip pencils also look stunning as well. Okay, this is another brand. I know you guys have seen me talk about Sarah Creel. I've used her concealer, really big fan of it. This is her Today's Highlights Peptide Balm Luminizer. Now, the reason we're trying this is because I believe this is supposed to be a cream. It's called Bring On the Good Lighting. This dreamy balm delivers 12-hour glow while infusing the skin with peptides. It said that this went through like clinical trials, and it does not move and it does not settle into lines throughout the day, which seems outlandish of a claim for a balm, but I'm I'm intrigued. I got it in the shade This Just In. There is just something that does it for me with gorgeous componentry. I love this sculptural aspect of the product. Oh, that's stunning. Really going after like not a glittery highlight, which I don't think this does. It's also quite sheer, so definitely a type of highlight that we're going after just for day to day. We don't want anything too dewy. It seems to have a really good silky slip to it as well. The color is also really pretty. And it doesn't feel too oily or anything. I'm not noticing like chunks of glitter, so I feel comfortable. I would like to, not today, because I don't want to mess up my makeup, but I would theoretically like to, you know, kind of like tap this on the apples of the cheeks and the high points of the face. But like, how does a cream not move? Especially if you were to put it like around the corner of the eye. So we have to debunk this and try it. Okay, the Sephora recommendations got to me. You guys know how obsessed I am with lip balm. I wear lip balm most days, I would say. Like, I love my Ole Henriksen peptide lip treatments. I love the Rhode peptide lip treatments. I like a tinted lip balm situation that's gonna give me color but also be more of a lip treatment instead of just a standard lip color. This is the Made Revive, I don't know what just happened right there, Revive Day and Night Lip Balm. And this has with raspberry stem cell, and it's supposed to have a semi-gloss finish. There were 3 shades of this and I did end up picking the Nude. Ooh, nice applicator. Okay, let's just give it a little creamy, warm yellow nude. Maybe like a butterscotch. Ooh, in it. Oh, you guys, it smells like almost like Werther's or something. Brown butter candy. I think that's actually pretty shiny. I wouldn't say that's a semi-gloss finish. With the heat of your lips underneath it, it definitely takes on a nice oily sheen. And it doesn't feel like a gloss. I would say it feels more like a hybrid between a balm and a lip oil, but it doesn't feel like it's going to drip down. Maybe if I like this, I'm gonna try one of the tinted colors. And then the last product that I got is from Colfi. I'm not super familiar with the Colfi line or the brand. I think I've only tried the glitter eyeshadows before, but this lip staining oil everyone is talking about, and I saw so many girls that had similar skin tone, like hair color, eye color to me, and they would use this shade specifically called Sweet. And there was one girl specifically on TikTok and I was like, I want it. And you guys know me, all of a sudden I'm like a pink lip color lover. You can wear it on its own or you can wear it underneath. And then apparently it's just gonna have this soft latex sheen, but then when it dries down, there's the stain underneath it. And it does seem like it's staining the skin pretty quickly. You can definitely see that. Let me know if I need to get the shade Rose, because I was debating between the two, but then I was like, I didn't see anybody wearing Rose. I just keep seeing specifically the shade Sweet, and I was like, I really want to give that one a go. So, you know me. A little bit of a lip stain, and now I'm loving pink lip colors, and I've gotta try them all. And this is more of like a soft mauve-y pink, which I think is really nice and wearable for every day because it's not quite as bright as some of the other ones. And I know I mentioned that I got some things from Revolve Beauty, but that didn't come in time, so I'll just tell you what I got. I got the Tarte Freckle Stamp. It's like the little Tarte freckle pen that has, I think it's like 4 prongs on it. So I got that because I did try the one from Seichu, the Seichu Freckle Stain. It didn't end up working. My favorite is the one from Buble, the Berry Freckle Pen. This is sold out and mine is dry and I'm like, I need a freckle pen. So I got the one from Tarte, and then I also got one from Pseudo Labs, and that one I think is gonna be really interesting because it's actually like a small spoolie that you dip into a tube of product, and then it comes with a toothpick wand type of tool, and you hold the spoolie in front of your face and then you run the toothpick up and down on the spoolie, and it essentially splatters your face with the freckle liquid. And I've seen really good applications of it, but then I've also seen like some that didn't work quite as well. So I've been watching a lot of videos on that and how to kind of get the best results from that. So if you've tried that, you have to let me know how that goes as well. And then I was just feeling nostalgic and I was perusing. I was so excited. Revolve Beauty has Kevyn Aucoin. They also have Surratt, Isamaya. They've got some really great brands that you don't necessarily see on a lot of other beauty sites, but they have quite a good selection of Kevyn Aucoin in my opinion. And they have these little singular powder shadows, and I got the mid-tone brown one because it just looks like the perfect everyday shadow, and you guys know me and my single shadows. If I'm using a palette, it's literally gonna be Makeup by Mario Master Mattes or Master Metallics or Charlotte Tilbury Super Nudes, or just, you know, the Patrick Ta Major Dimension. Like, I like what I like when it comes to eyeshadow, and the Kevyn Aucoin single shadow, it looked so pretty, and I feel like that's just gonna be a great everyday one and done type of eyeshadow, so I picked that up as well. I think that won't be here for like 2 days or so, so I will show you the other items from Revolve Beauty in another video. But if you have used any of the products that I just showed in this haul, I would love to know your thoughts on them. And let me know, do you guys want to see a first impression with these products, like trying a full face out together, or would you rather just wait a couple weeks and then I do a follow-up review for you where I review the products after I've used them for a few weeks, because I can do that as well. But other than that, I'm going to list and link all the products in the description box down below in case you are interested in checking them out. Please subscribe to my YouTube if you haven't already, and I would love it so much if you would come follow me on other socials. I also have my IG and my TikTok, and I post, you know, other beauty content on there as well. But I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this one. Bye guys.